Time's up, I done touchdown. I'm high stepping for the touchdown. I stay repping for the slums where the young bucks.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the AFC South Fan Battle Podcast. My name is Samantha Wernet. I am back after a 5-week hiatus. I have missed you guys. I had to take some time off, had a little things going on, but luckily the guys held it down for me, did a fantastic job. And some of them are on with us tonight. So let's introduce them. Our commentators for this evening, representing the Texans, maybe Cardinals. We have Matthew Briggs.
Okay. Look, Sunday I don't know what to do. I might just cut a jersey in half and just have half Texans, half Cardinals. I don't know.
Half your team's there, so I don't blame you. Representing the Colts, we have Chris Jackson.
Hello all. I just like to say I am officially on the Wentz bandwagon. Sorry it took so long.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh.
Wow. How's it feel?
Not nearly as broken as it used to, but you know what? Carson has shown me if you can play through 2 bad ankles, then you can play through anything.
We'll see how long this lasts. And representing the Titans, we have Ray, Truly, Cherry.
It's Margarita Cherry today, okay?
Oh.
And we had the margaritas. We had, look, you know, like McGregor said, hey, it's Red Penny night. You know what I'm saying? Look, we had to celebrate. After that win last night, we had to celebrate margaritas, baby. Hey,
all right, so let me reintroduce Ray. Wasting away in Margaritaville, Cherry. There we go.
Yes, it's a celebration.
See, now history shows, guys, we can only get him on this podcast if we get him drunk. So make sure you donate. We're going to start a GoFundMe because we like having Cherry on here. We want to have him on more often. At least every week's cool, but at least more often. So we need to donate to the fund to get him on here more often.
Yeah, we'll set up that GoFundMe page after this is over. Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you. And
we're going to get on Twitter and get you sponsored by Truly.
Listen, let's just set up the drop ship for Truly's now. If we send him a 24 case, we'll at least have him for the next 3 weeks.
And it specifically has to be the Cherry Truly, or else it doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Has to be. Okay. And representing the Jaguars, we have Matthew Grieve.
Listen, we do a lot of losing, but nobody makes us lose or go without a win in 400 days. Nobody. It was 399.
399 days from a victory Monday for the Jaguars. Man.
Take it.
How are you feeling, Matt? You feeling good?
I feel fantastic.
Is this the best? Would you say that this is the best you felt on this podcast in about 399 days?
That would be correct.
Good. Glad to hear it. Well, Matt, since we're talking to you and we jumped right into that, why don't you go ahead and give us an update on the Jaguars? Give us a week 1 synopsis. What happened? Yeah. What's going on? What has happened today?
Okay, so the season just started, guys. It says week 6, but it's really week 1 because we got the dub, all right? We're winning because this guy right here.
I like that energy.
This guy right here, he can't kick beyond 54 yards, but that's okay. That's all we needed was 54. That's all we needed. We got 2 clutch kicks from this guy. Unfortunately, rest in peace, and I hope he goes on to have a fantastic career elsewhere. Lambeau is gone. He's going to go down in Jaguar history as being the most accurate kicker in Jaguar history, I believe. And we're grateful for what he did, but dude just wasn't cutting it. But unfortunately, Mr. Matthew Wright, this beautiful, beautiful man right here.
He had an injury problem, did he not?
Say again?
Lambeau, he had an injury problem, did he not?
He did, but I think
his back from scoring all those points for you guys?
Yeah,
carrying the weight of the team. Yeah,
I think most of it was mental when he came back, but it's all good, man. He's going to go down in Jaguars. We're grateful for what he did, but now it's Mr. Wright's turn. And how fitting is it that we won off of freaking kicking it, right? In England, where all they do is kick the ball around, right? We got the dub kicking it through the uprights, and I absolutely love it.
First home game with the W.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll take a W in Saudi Arabia right now. Let's go.
I feel you, so would I.
Let's go.
Anywhere but Jacksonville.
Let's go.
You know what, Matt? I that's a lot of like delusion and justification, but I like it. I like that energy. Keep it going.
Love it. And we did, in fact, verify that Urban Meyer did make it back on the plane with the rest of the team, and we are grateful for that. Although I did see the party bus leaving the airport, and he may have been in there. Not sure. Dwayne Smoot, I believe that's his first name, Mr. Smoot. Smoot on the Jacksonville Jaguars made the news. I believe it was today. He helped deliver his baby daughter at his house. So more good news, winning all around. Dude,
he's killing it. I really like that guy. He's killing it.
Yeah. There's not a lot to say. Today's just a day where we're gonna say we won, and and that's all we need to say. Okay. There's so much negativity for 399 days that we got the dub, and that's all we need to say. I do want to say one shout out to our commentator. I don't know which box it looks for you guys, but for me, it's right here. Samantha, the other Jaguars host.
I'm up here. I'd be up here.
Oh, congrats to their 11 years married now. They had their anniversary, right?
Oh yeah, no, 6 years.
Oh, congrats. Same thing, right? After 5 years, it's all
6-11. Well, yeah.
Shout out to you guys. So
thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
But I have a question. So we have your anniversary combined with the first Jags win in 399 days and in London. What are you going to name your baby? You can't name it.
You know what happened last time? They won in London.
Are we going with Moncrief?
We got to be careful with that. We got to tread lightly for the woke people.
Maybe you can do the first name on, middle name.
But yes.
Maybe
I was thinking, or like Eureka Gardens.
Oh,
Eureka Garden. We don't know. We'll figure it out.
Something about that name screams gonorrhea.
Huh? Oh,
Think about that name.
listen, full disclosure, I want to say on behalf of our commentator, Chris Jackson, if you're listening to him, I am not agreeing with anything that he said. Don't tie him here. He doesn't live here. Please forgive him. Don't say that.
Potato.
Hey, you're not going to have me on this podcast as your black friend. Listen, you're not going to do
Guys,
that.
I have a black friend.
Job. That's
No, guys,
Terry's job on here.
Guys,
This
I have a
episode,
black
you got
friend.
two of them.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't be racist. I just came from a John Legend concert.
I am excuse you. That was the best. That was
like what?
that was literally the best night of my life.
I mean, John Legend would be the best night of my life too.
Yeah, it was the best night of my life. That wasn't a virtue signal. That was the best night of my life.
Now, if we would have seen the kid that night, Kid Legend. That's a
Batman signal.
Maybe it could be Moncrief Legend. Wernet. I like it. Anyways, let's move on.
Go Jags. Duval. Let's go.
Yes.
That is.
So Matt, what do you see? God, hold on. I literally can't. That was just so much. Hey Sam, welcome back.
Don't edit this out.
It's me. I'm not. Hey Sam, welcome back. It's me, your black friend. Now I'm going to make sure that everyone knows you're virtue signaling while also making fun of you for doing it, even though I know you're not doing it. Hi, I'm back. Man. We're going to have to recover from that one, Matt. Whew. I don't even know. Chris normally doesn't leave me speechless. I normally have a lot of shit to talk, but I don't. That was funny.
Hey, listen, I haven't been on this in a minute, okay? I'm going to screw this up completely for you, okay?
Listen, can I ask you? You're doing a good job. So let me ask you, did you like write down notes? You're like, okay, so last Saturday, Sam went to the John Legend concert, so I got to make sure I call her out for that. And then I got to make sure because some white girl called her racist for comparing her daughter.
Hey,
sharing a meme.
Girl. You did. All right.
I said white girl.
Now. Exactly.
The backstory to that, for those who are listening, since I'm not allowed to edit this out, is there was a man who shared why y'all need to stop naming your daughters Paris and London if they're acting like Moncrief and Beaver Street, which are two streets in Jacksonville. I kept getting tagged in it, so I finally shared it, and then somebody called me racist for sharing that, even though it was a black man who said it, and all I did was share it. And it's not even racist. But they got attacked and put in their place, so it doesn't matter. That's the backstory to that, because I don't want any insinuations. Moving on. Matt, where do you see...
Here she is, having all 2 black people she can to make sure everybody knows she has plenty of black friends.
I can't co-sign for you tonight.
I was like, hey, Matt Briggs. Oh, somebody called me racist today. Can you make sure you get a couple black guys on there tonight? Because I don't want to...
I was like, I got you, fam.
Oh my God. Okay. We gotta be careful. We're gonna get in trouble. We are on Facebook
saying Harish couldn't go on. Apparently, there's a tornado at his apartment. Then I knew for a fact. I'm just like, they caught Sam slipping.
We just had a comment come in from the group, and it says, "I'm loving this. Mark is definitely putting someone in jail for this."
Nice. Probably all 5 of us.
If I lose my account tomorrow, I'm blaming you, Sam. You know,
to be fair, it's on my account. Okay, it's on my personal account, so it'll probably be me. And if I get banned, it's Chris Jackson's fault for
if I get banned, narrative about me. Banned, you can catch me on my second account, Gustavo Salamadovar. Okay, so just look out for that one.
All right, listen, back on track. Matt Grieve.
Track.
How do you guys feel? Are you going to win or lose in the bye week this week?
Huge dub. Dub.
Nice.
We're gonna go out there and get them, and we're gonna practice and do some walkthroughs and game plan for the next game, and huge dub. Huge dub for the bye week.
My biggest workhorse in fantasy is out.
Now they are the Jaguars, so they could always lose in bye week.
Listen, we won't lose this next week. I guarantee it.
Hey, but look, this is the way we lose.
Is anybody willing to take a bet on that profile pick bet?
I mean, look, if
the Jaguars lose the bye week
practice and breaks his ankle, that's a loss. You know?
Hey, look, if you got
don't you wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby?
You got a whole off week of Urban Meyer.
That's a loss in itself.
By himself, going to the beach, girls in bikinis.
It's cold down here. They're not in bikinis anymore. Perfect timing, Mother Nature.
Well, they were Hispanic, so really easy access for them.
But we're not talking, Matt. We're not talking about your quarterback. We're not talking about your quarterback. Okay, so
he got it from somewhere. Did you see that email?
What email?
Or that picture?
Oh, that meme. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be good bye week. You know, we had a lot of people that were injured. You know, Miles Jack was out, our stalwart on defense. So it'll be a good week for everyone to rest up, get ready for the following week, and hopefully string together 2 wins for the first time in at least 3 years.
Oh yeah, on to Seattle. We'll see if Russell Wilson's still out. I think he's going to be.
He'll be out, yeah. So we'll. I think
rumor mill saying they maybe you're looking at Minshew. I know they had Luton there. Luton. I always say Luton, but I think he got dropped. Correct. I don't know.
Pete Carroll was throwing the pigskin around the other day, so who knows?
Last I heard it was what's his face, Cam Newton, Noodle Arm Newton was going to be the quarterback for over there.
Please, easy dub.
Yes. All right. Well, moving on. Speaking of dubs, I guess we'll talk about it. Coming out with a win again. The big old mayo-eating mother effers of the North who couldn't even get more than half of their fans in attendance. Ray Cherry, how did the Titans do?
The Titans do like they always do. They win, baby.
Win in overtime by a field goal?
Win in overtime.
By a field goal?
Look, we didn't have to go to overtime. We didn't have to do that. This man right here in this background, King Henry, showed out. All right. Let me tell you something.
He always does.
He always does. Jacksonville, so shouldn't you be thanking Jacksonville fans?
Yeah, on behalf of me and Matt Grieve, that are from Jacksonville, we just want to say that you're welcome, but keep going.
And you know what we do? They had a press conference, and they asked the coach, they were like, hey, how do you get them so motivated? And we just tell them that we're playing the Jags every week, and he just He shows up. You know what I'm saying? He just shows up. So
I mean, he shows up the second quarter, but we did pretty good. We held him to 74 yards in that game. I didn't get to talk to you about that, but we did. The first half of that game, we held him to 74. But keep going.
So yeah, we did in typical Titans fashion. What we do is when everybody says we're not going to win a game, we win the game, right? So
hold on, pause. I just want people that are listening to realize that I just rolled my eyes so hard that I think my eyeballs got stuck for a second. But keep going.
Hey, I thought you got Cherry on the podcast, not Flame Douglas.
Yeah, but I'm serious though. I'm serious. That is typical Titan fashion.
Mike,
when we're not supposed to win the game, that's when we win. When we're not supposed to win the game.
And when you're supposed to win the game, you lose to the Jets, right?
Exactly. So, I mean, it was a great game, though. It did not come without a big cost. We lost some key players. All right.
Yeah.
Lawan's out. Probably just a concussion. I mean, he's fine. He's got movement. So he's probably...
Can I ask you a question real quick about him?
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I know that he's been struggling kind of this year. Do you think that he's going to stick around, or do you think that this is his last season?
This probably, unless he turns it around, probably will be his last season because it's only like $1 million hit if we let him go this year. So
he's a good player. I hate to see that for him, but keep
going. He is a good player.
Let me ask you, kind of piggyback off that. Do you think it was the substance that kind of helped him? Because Brian Cushing did the same thing in Houston. He was really good, and then when he got caught with PEDs, he went downhill quick. I
don't understand why they can't take PEDs though.
They can. There's got to be approved.
Wasn't the PEDs that they were taking? They were like basically, what do they call it? Like it's like a natural hormone your body makes, and they use it for fertility. It's not like a steroid. It's a supplement. So why can't, I've never understood that, but anyways, keep going.
So I don't know if it was the PEDs. I can't really say that. I don't know if he had a major, knee injury he's trying to come back from. So I think that's it. And, he put a lot of pressure on himself because he's got his own podcast, Busting with the Boys. So he's out there. When you put yourself out there, you're up there for more scrutiny and criticism. So, he got blown up the first couple of games. And so we'll see. I love Lawan. I think he's a great player, but he's really expensive. And if he's not going to be able to produce this season, he's probably going to be gone.
Yeah, and he seems to be beating up himself. And that's like football. We've talked about in the past. Football is very much a head game. And it seems like a lot of times when they get in their own head, like if they can't get out of it, that's it. It sucks. But anyways, moving on. Recap. Tell us how y'all do next week.
Well, here's the thing. All right. So it could go two ways.
Oh, and I also want you to talk about Julio Jones, please. Keep going.
So it could go two ways. So I feel like we have a great chance to win because their defense is horrible. But our defense is not that good. So, but it's the Chiefs. And I think their backs are against the wall right now. Right? So they're going to come out full-fledged. So my prediction is this. I'm not going to say we're going to win and lose. I will say this. If we win in typical Titans fashion, we'll beat Buffalo and we'll beat Kansas City. We'll be super hyped up. They'll have us as super favorites.
And you lose
going to the Colts. And we'll lose. If we lose to the Chiefs, they'll be down on us again, backs will be against the wall again, and we'll beat the Colts. That's my prediction.
Okay, hold on. Let me clarify this. So you're saying that you beat the Bills. If you beat the Chiefs, you're going to lose to the Colts. But if you beat the Bills, what you already did, lose to the Chiefs, then, or wait, explain that again in a shortened.
If you lose to the Chiefs, they're going to beat the Colts. If they win against the Chiefs, they're going to lose to the Colts.
We can't take, as a Titans fan, I know this. We can't take being put on the pedestal. We always
Hey,
we always
better-
mess it up. We always mess it up.
I
You better come
appreciate-
down with that logic over there. You're gonna be the second most hated Titans fan on.
I mean, no, Titan fans I guarantee Titan fans will watch this and I'll be like, yeah, he's right. He's right. He's right. Like,
No,
No,
you know better than that.
no.
But I'm glad that Flame is off the podcast and Cherry's back. Welcome back to the podcast.
so,
There's that reality.
so the Chiefs is going to be an interesting game because I think.
Oh, somebody
think
just
it'll
said
be a
you're
high score.
right, just to make you feel better. Someone just said he's right.
I'm telling you, I mean, that's the way the Titans do. Like we'll get all hyped up, and we'll get all this media attention, and then we'll choke it up. We did that in Green Bay.
Comment says Titans fans have been saying that we said that when we lost to the Jets. LOL.
Yeah, losing to the Jets is.
I don't think that anybody expected that y'all were going to lose to the Jets. So that was like, what?
Well,
When they said no AJ Brown, no Julio, I thought there'd be a good chance. I mean, Jets have a good defense, and when you play with no-name wide receivers, you pretty much are just telling them to stack the box against Henry. Henry still had a good game, but those wide receivers couldn't get open.
So actually, really quick, give us that. Julio Jones is hurt again, correct?
His hammy, his hamstring.
Do we see Julio Jones in Tennessee next year?
It's a good question, and I don't know. It depends. God,
because him and Variable don't like each other, right?
Yeah,
No,
Vrabel had some choice words to say about him and about how he's.
Yeah.
well, he said that about the little scuffle he got into that we got the penalty on, which that's just variable being variable. But I tell you that catch he made when the ball bounced off the dude's helmet and he still caught it and got his feet in bounds. There's only two other wide receivers I know that can do that in the league, and that's Deandre Hopkins. I mean, he does that all the time with the ball control. So he's got the skills. But
Is that skill or a fluke? Because Blake Bortles did take the Jaguars to the AFC Championship.
No,
Don't do that.
Julio's good.
Don't do
Julio's
that.
good.
Don't do that. Mm.
Julio is good. It's just I don't know his health wise, hamstring wise. Like if he can't stay healthy, then no, he's not going to stay around.
And
But
he's getting there in age too. You know?
yeah, but if he pulls it together, you know what I'm saying. Towards the end of the season, he shows up and shows out and shows those glimpses like he had in last night's game. It's a good possibility he'll stay. But I mean, it's just going to be about his production this year. You know, he's right now he can't stay healthy. You know, he comes in at the press conference before the game. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm good to go. No issues." And then he's pretty much gone the second half again. So
That's on the team, though, really, isn't it? Also,
I would say that, but he's had history of this with the Falcons too, with the hamstring issue. So
I think with the Falcons, he was just tired of playing under Matt Ryan. Don't tell
that's what I
John,
thought too. But he's still
don't tell John I said that because you know he's gonna get his butt hurt. He loves Matt Ryan, but it's facts.
That's what I thought too. But he's still got this lingering hammy issue. I don't know if it's something. You know, hammies are a tricky thing. You know, so
That could also be like a code word for he's actually butt hurt because like maybe he's not performing like he thinks he should. He's like, oh, my hamstring.
we'll see. I hope he comes back. But AJ was a freaking dog last night. He was sick, was pretty much non-existent the first half. I really want to tell you the truth, what I really think he did. I really think he had halftime. He went to go use the bathroom, got some ideas. And that second half, he came back and he was a totally different person.
Yeah, all that mayonnaise.
Yeah,
out of the system, huh?
Yeah, he ate all that mayonnaise, got to go take a boo-boo, came out better in the second half.
You know, he said it was Chipotle. He did say that at the press conference. They said, what'd you eat? He said Chipotle. I'm like, damn, he put him out there like that. So
Well, don't they use coleslaw, right, in their burritos? That has mayonnaise in it.
I don't know what he got on that Chipotle. But whatever Chipotle he went to in Nashville, I have to stay clear from it. So, I mean, we're looking good. Derrick Henry is really, you know, I was watching some things. Everybody's trying to hype him up for MVP. So he's a beast, man.
Once
God
again,
love him.
you're welcome. Once
He's
again.
good. He's good. He's really good. He's really good.
When we had that scout on here from the old scout from the Titans, Blake Bedingfield, he said there's something in the water in Florida. He's right. Well,
too bad I got that water in Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying?
We only have one Jacksonville boy on our team. That's Shaquille. No. I'm a Quarterman. Yes. Quarterman. Me and Matt actually went to school with his brother. They're like they're like polar opposites too. It's funny, but he's the only Jacksonville boy we have on the team right now, I believe. Anyways, who cares? That I know of. He's the only one we got. Shout out to him. Love him. There was that meme that came out of him staring over Urban Meyer's shoulder, but he's like not looking at him. He's looking at the team, but he's like staring. And it's like when Urban Meyer says, just stick with us, we're going to make it. And it's like me in the back, been sticking it with him since 1995. And it's him like staring. That's totally me. All right, Chris and Matt, because we had a interdivision game, Matt Briggs, obviously. Who would like to start on this one? I'm sure that Matt is jumping at the bit to start. I'm sure he really wants to talk about it. So I guess we're gonna let him talk about it first. Go ahead, Matt.
Do I have to? I mean, can I talk about the Cardinals instead?
No, sorry. This is the AFC South Fan Battle Podcast, sir.
I mean, we had two former AFC South players on the Cardinals. But first half, Texans looked like they were still in it. 10-3. Davis Mills was looking good. The play calls looked like Bill O'Brien was still there. Just continue to run the ball when there's no run game. Complete garbage. Mark Ingram's old ass needs to retire. Philip Lindsay needs to go back to Denver and get high again so he can do something. Like it's driving me nuts. But I'm liking this young rookie quarterback. He's not getting no massages and playing with getting his booty hole played with. So he's on the field.
Well, I know we beat a dead horse, but really quickly, trade deadline's coming.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen until next year.
Okay.
Trust me, look, I want it to happen, especially if Philadelphia wants him. They have 3 first rounds. Send his ass to Philly. I'll take those 3 first rounds. But it's not.
I think the fans are going to get desperate.
I think they're kind of like the Texans and they know that they're not going to do anything this year. So they're just going to see what they got in their young guys and go on next year. I think in after February, and if he gets acquitted from all these charges, don't be surprised if a move's made then or around the draft between those two. It's all about.
Who do you want?
Well, out of the draft, who would I want? I mean, no quarterback out of this whole draft is screaming, come to the Texans. I mean, Malik Willis looks good. But
I don't think any quarterback screams that they want to go to the Texans, but keep going.
Well, especially Malik Willis, because you know who his agent is, right?
Mugaleta?
So, I mean, there goes him coming to the Texans. So, I mean, like I said, no quarterbacks. I want Stingley. I don't think we're going to be there. I think
Donnie Stingley?
Yeah.
Donnie Stingley.
He's a Titans fan.
But the cornerback out of LSU, I think he's going first pick, and I don't think we're going to be there. I think Detroit's probably going to be there. So it sucks. But
Matt, can I ask you, is it safe to say that you guys are following in the Jaguars' footsteps from 2020?
Now we are.
The first game of the season, win at TIAA Bank Field, and then lose out the rest.
I don't think we lose out the rest. I still think we beat the Jets. They're just
bold prediction.
I do. I don't think that good.
They aren't. You're right.
And
right, Cherry. The Jets aren't that good.
Man, they are a powerhouse.
Yeah. So hey, some Titans fan did tell me before that game that the Jets had a top 5 defense going into the Titans game.
That was probably John Haw.
Yeah, I was like, okay, whatever you say there, guy. Drugs must be real strong there in Tennessee. But I think we win maybe 2 or 3 more. I think we still beat the Jags. It all depends on the momentum they got. So
No.
who knows? But we did cut Merciless and we did cut Andre Roberts, which helps out with the cap space going on, even though it's not a real thing. So yeah, tank mode. Let's do it. I'm all about it.
You guys are literally following in our footsteps. I love it. It's
we finally get a first round. Bill O'Brien's not here. We get a first round. Like I'm pumped. Bring it on April. Let's do it. Draft time.
I just like to say I love that you guys are following the Jags' footsteps. I love it. It just makes it so much easier for us. I love it.
You say we're following. I mean, look, the way y'all playing, you can drop a game to the Texans too. So don't be too cocky. All right?
No, we ain't dropping no game to no Texans. We ain't dropped no game to Texans. Come on now.
Hey, look, if we had a different coach last year, you would have lost twice. So don't get too high over there. I know you're pretty tipsy with those margaritas, but
hey, I'm high right now.
He's got the tequila goggles on. He's talking all kinds of shit.
I still think we win 2 or 3 games, but we still get a top 5 draft pick, hopefully.
So 2 or 3 games being who? The Jaguars and who else? So you think, which we know that's not going to happen, but so you think
the Jets
and the Jets, okay. And who would be the third?
I can honestly, the way that the division rivals happen and the way it like truly says they drop games that they're not supposed to, I can see the Titans lose one to the Jets, to the Texans and the Jags.
Oh. Well, that's a bold prediction. Bold.
Well, they're injured. They're getting beat up. They can't stay healthy. So, I mean,
and Caleb Farley's out for the season now. So,
oh, is he?
Yep, they said
torn ACL. Tore ACL and came back.
I hate to see that for rookies.
Yeah,
I feel bad for that man, dude. He's been hurt
any given Sunday. Anything can happen, so you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tyrod come back, so.
Chris Jackson, go ahead and give us a recap since you were the winner of that division game. Jonathan Taylor, the end.
Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to go to what I said at the beginning of the podcast, and that is I'm officially on the Wentz bandwagon, only because of the fact that
Pete Wentz or Carson Wentz, because you talked a lot of crap about Carson Wentz. Are you a Fall Out Boy fan now?
Pete Wentz is an a-hole. We know that. But we accept him for whatever. But Carson. So, I didn't say that Carson was bad. I just said I didn't want him just because of the injury issues. I think last year was probably just a bad year, the way that some quarterbacks have. Honestly, it's just like if we're looking at it, even Tannehill's kind of having a bad year too. But,
let me ask you something. You played the Rams.
I might have to disagree with that one. Not as a Titans fan, but as a fantasy owner. Is he having a bad year? I don't know. Tannehill.
Yeah, he has more turnovers than he does touchdowns, at least through the air.
I got him more on my bench since he's not doing too hot.
I think he has 6 touchdowns with 7 turnovers.
Well, my question to you is so you played who? Seattle, Los Angeles, Titans, Colts, and Dolphins, right?
Oh, no, Ravens, Dolphins, yeah.
Okay, so out of all those defense, who's the most elite defense? The Rams, right? That's the only good defense you played. I get Carson Wentz is a good quarterback, but y'all haven't played a real good defense yet. Especially no Titans defense.
Well, the problem that you have is, okay, you haven't played a really good defense, but the biggest knock on Carson Wentz coming into this year was the fact that he was turning the ball over. I think he had the most turnovers for every quarterback last year. And this year, I think he has 1 interception and 2 fumbles.
I've been saying that from beginning when y'all picked him up. Carson Wentz had 1 out of Philly. He just gave up last year.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying it's an excuse, but
yeah. And I guess the reason why I am the way I have this figured is because of the fact that our O-line is literally no better than what he was dealing with last year. But the problem is that you go ahead and you put product out there, you say, okay, we'll go throw his touchdowns, and then you're throwing any receiver out there, and then you're telling him that he has to score. And I mean, you're getting interceptions, you're handing the ball over. He's playing way more secure. He's not just playing hero ball. It's just like, yeah, he's actually getting sacked, but at the same time, he's taking a loss of yards rather than turning the ball over and giving the other team opportunities. The problem is that he's not the problem in Indy. The problem in Indy right now is his defense. It wasn't on Sunday, which to me, I'm just like, I can't even really talk about the Texans because we all knew what the Texans were putting out there this year. We know that, everybody on the Texans.
Chris, real quick, Matt did not know what the Texans were putting out there this year.
They signed 38 free agents and gave them a ham sandwich and 2 packs of Orbit.
Matt really said he was a Cardinals fan. What do you mean that he's not?
Oh, no, sir. Excuse me. Someone in production, roll the tape. Here comes the impression. Oh, you guys are sleeping on the Texans because we're going to come in there and we're a lot better than you guys think we are.
I'd never. That's just in the group. I'd never said that.
Hashtag Matt Briggs.
I never said that. I said the Jags are sleeping on the Texans.
Hey,
what happened?
Hey, Matt. No, that was a bad take. No, that was a bad take.
Yeah, I said the Jags are, and I said the Jags were going to lose to the Texans, and what happened?
All right, no, Chris, keep going. I'm going to find the receipts.
The hashtag now is, according to Chris Royal, embrace the tank. Even though
he's accepted.
Listen, this was on a thread. Okay, this was out there in 4K. Yeah, he said, oh no. He said, we knew we were going to lose.
What fat lady is singing?
He said, we knew what this was. He said, hashtag embrace the tank. He literally said like that came, well, not out of his mouth. That was on it. That was on the thread after we beat the Texans. So, I mean, if you can make Chris Royal say embrace the tank, then, I mean, you know what's going on. But, I mean, honestly, it's just Jonathan Taylor. He had a hell of a game. He's picking up momentum. I just wish they would give him more carries, not as many carries as Henry. But, I mean, at least let him get to like maybe 20 carries because, I mean, he just had 10.4 in this last game. I think he had 6.4 against the Ravens. I think, honestly, it's like he can actually go and run the offense behind a terrible line. So why the hell wouldn't you just give him the ball more? But whatever. I mean, Frank Reich apparently somewhat knows what he's doing on offense, I guess. But, I mean, the defense showed up too. And by defense, I'm Darius Leonard.
I live up here in KC, and all the sports radio are talking that a deal is about to be struck between the Colts and the Chiefs for Mac. So,
really?
But for who? Because our biggest issue right now is cornerback.
So is theirs.
I mean, but also at the same time, it's just I think Edwards hilarious. It's like he has to have a.
Supposedly from Harris, Frank Reich loves that draft capital. So I mean, you get a 5th or 6th round from him. So. He knows how to draft.
Well, another thing that they threw out there was they said that Marlon Mack there was talk of Marlon Mack to Denver. And then they said I was like Marlon Mack and maybe like a 3rd round pick, however you put it, for Kyle Fuller, because he's expressed that he doesn't want to be there. I mean, I don't know exactly how much truth there is to that, but I mean, I take that all day, every day.
Cleveland might be out looking for a running back too since Hunt's down.
Yeah.
They'll be looking for one for sure. They don't have any running game. Baker can't do it.
Right.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't think Nick Chubb probably do it by himself, but you still want those fresh legs just because he doesn't get hurt. So yeah.
Well, they thrive in that 2-back set. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, they need to have 2 guys there. And Marlon Mack says he can go. He said he's at 100%. I mean, why not? But I just think we definitely need secondary help because that's where we're getting gashed badly over the top. But I mean, the game was good. I kind of felt bad talking trash about the Texans because I'm just like they're just not great right now. Like they're clearly in rebuild. They don't know what to do with Watson, but they know that they just have a star quarterback who can do everything that you need him to. And he's sitting there just watching from the sidelines, waiting to leave.
How bad is that? I couldn't imagine being a fan of a team, and you got like this top 5 quarterback.
Bro, as happening in football and basketball. Look, imagine like, okay, Watson wanting to leave and then Harden wanting to leave. Like, I'm screwed in both sports. Like, fuck. But it sucks. I think it's more agent driven than anything.
Oh, I found one. I love receipts.
Okay, what is that?
She's looking that whole time.
Yeah, because in messages now you can you can search in the messages, and we have an admin chat with all of us. Let's see when this was. Give me a sec. It was in September sometime. Okay. You ready? This is good.
Last month?
Uh-huh. This is good. This is good. September like 11th, 12th, something right in there. Don't remember what we were talking about, but you and Alex are going back and forth.
Uh-oh.
You specifically said, I admit my fan base has some dumbass fans, but these comments are making them look like Albert Einstein. Okay. And then Alex says to you, and that comment just put you on their level, LOL. Then we'll skip forward. You said, and I quote, it's going to come down to the Titans and the Texans for the division. Titans have a huge advantage because of the first half of their schedule, and the Jags aren't winning it. We're talking to me.
What, this year? Because I swear to God I didn't say it. You need a screenshot and send that, because I swear I didn't say that this year. That meant about like 3 years ago.
Post it on the page. Hey, screenshot that. Post it on the page after this. Let's see.
Yeah, because I know I didn't say it this year. Because if I did, I need to go get drug tested, because I must have been really fucking high. Because that, no.
Smoking that Jacksonville, man.
I did say that Tyrod Taylor surprised me, and a lot of people were sleeping on Tyrod Taylor because that's the truth. He had a real good game until he got hurt in Cleveland.
That dude's got the worst luck, man.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Ever.
You know what? You know what? You're lucky.
Thank you.
Because it was from September 11, 2019.
Thank you.
Damn it.
It is between the Colts and the Texans in 2019.
Anyway. Damn, I'll find it later though. And you still had that same energy at the beginning of the season. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. I will find it and I will post it in the group for all y'all to see.
I honestly think me and Christopher Remington are the only two people that have truly said how the Texans are this year. Dylan still kind of has a little belief in them, but we don't. We've been hurt too much. I'm kind of like Jags fans right now. We're in an abusive relationship. I keep telling everybody I got bit by a dog on my nose. No, it was me grabbing my face and shame, and I digged a little too deep.
Do Jag fans and Texas fans need to hug? Y'all need to hug.
Listen.
We need a championship, bro. That's what we need. We need a championship.
Well, see, at this
point,
point,
no damn hug.
At this point, the Texans fans need a hug. I think we got beat up enough, and you know that like we had that whole fluke season that our hopes got built up, but now we're just like, you know, the little scared puppy. We like cower in the corner. If you go to give us a hug, we'll be like, Arr!
What the Texans really need is not have a bitch ass owner move us to Tennessee after his greedy ass got denied for a new stadium. Bud Adams. That's what Houston needs.
God,
then the next year go to the Super Bowl.
Hey, look.
Fucker.
Gotta pay to play, baby.
Real quick. This is important. This was a debate today with not today, but last week with some of the barbers. Question. Need your opinion, and then we'll log off. All of your opinions on this. Do you, as a franchise...
Miles Jack was down.
He was not down. It's not. He was not down.
Not down.
You were going to make her rage.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I had to. Go ahead.
I've been through enough, Matt. You wouldn't understand. You're on the beginning side of it. Please stop. He wasn't down.
I do know. Deandre Hopkins trade. That's all you have to say. But go ahead.
Oh, all I have to say is Bill O'Brien and Easterby is still there. And anyways, moving on. Question. In your opinion, when a franchise moves, do you count that franchise's record from the previous city as part of your current record? So like the Colts, would you count the Baltimore Colts record as part of the Indianapolis Colts record?
Yes, because they bought back they bought back the rights.
What do you think, Chris, as a Colts fan?
I think in that case, yes, because I mean, ultimately, you're dealing with just the whole entire franchise moving. I mean, in terms of
so you think that the Titans should be able to claim the Oilers record?
Yes, I do claim because the Adams family owns the rights to the Oilers.
So shouldn't be by proxy, since you were such a big Oilers fan, you'd be a Titans fan.
Fuck no, fuck Bud Adams. Fuck, I hope he gets school.
He's dead, dude. He's dead. What do you hope he gets? He's dead, dude.
Yeah, I hope a Groveworm is having his way with the eye sector right now.
He said he hope he dies some more. Like,
so let me just wrap this up. When you own something, you own it.
Right.
If you buy a car in Jacksonville and you move to Nashville, Jacksonville doesn't own your car. You own your car. Right? They owned it. Houston did not own the team. The Adams own the team. They own everything.
McNair tried to buy the rights.
Trademarks. They own everything. So when they moved to Nashville, they still own the team.
Right. McNair tried to buy the rights because he wanted the team to be the Oilers, and Bud Adams said no. So therefore, the Oilers are in Tennessee. So it was all
right. But that's not the history. But there was like a big debate. Like, do you claim your team's former record?
But see, and there's
they were the Tennessee Oilers. So I mean, I
remember. I'm just saying.
Matt says fuck that, but fuck that shit. That's him.
That shit. Just fuck.
But there's a whole other half of the Houston Oilers that became Titans fans. So I mean, it's like split in Houston. Like,
Gerald Gomez.
Yeah, and that guy who does the awful list. Well, I can't think of his name. He does the terrible list.
Ken something.
Yeah, he's an Astros and Rockets fan, lives in Houston, is a Titans fan. Oh, I get you. But that's just when you move a team to another state because you just asked for a whole shitload of money to redo the Astrodome, and then the next season ask for $50 billion to do a new stadium, and the city tells you no because we don't have the money. And you move like a bitch.
Well, San Diego to LA was the same thing.
Yeah.
Chargers, same thing.
Don't y'all have a new stadium now in Houston?
Yeah, because
see, why didn't y'all could have just done it?
Okay. No. I love hypotheticals. So
it was 6 years later.
Hold on, Matt.
Go ahead.
If that would have happened, Cherry, who would have been your football team?
My football team before we had a team was the Steelers when I didn't have a team.
Oh, it makes sense now.
And because my high school friends were Steeler fans, so I'm a Steeler fan, so I just rooted for them. And then as soon as they moved to Memphis, when they moved to Memphis, I was like, bump this. Titans. I got a team now. I felt like I had a team. I was like, root for Steelers, but they didn't feel like.
Because why?
They didn't feel like my team, though, because they weren't like my state.
Exactly. Because you became a Titans fan because they moved to Memphis. I'm a Houston fan, so why would I become a Titans fan when they moved out of Houston?
I don't know. Ask Gerald Gomez.
Well, he don't live in Houston. He lives.
Oh, that's true. New Bronx.
He lives somewhere.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do it. I mean, I know a lot. I mean, Alex Perez is a Colts fan. He lives in Houston. I don't.
Well, I'm here to say right here, right now, and Matt, if the Jaguars ever moved to London, would you be a London Jaguars fan? Or St. Louis? Or St. Louis?
No.
Who would your team be? You going to Tampa? What you going to
I'll probably switch to hockey. I'll probably switch to hockey.
I just don't give it up on. You
can't do that to me.
I follow the Braves. I'd probably just be the Falcons out of
You can't abuse me for 30 plus years and then just leave me like that. No.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
I
That's
mean,
what
I'll
happened
tell
to
you
me.
this much. We're selling some tickets here. They're not going anywhere for a long time. They're about to do all that renovation down there, that stadium.
yeah.
Boy,
AEW is
it's
paying
gonna look
for it,
so
too.
good. Hell yeah, they are. All right, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. Does anybody have anything else to add? Nope. If not, okay. Ray Cherry, tell us where to find you on social media.
You can find me on Twitter, rcherry76.
All right, Matt Briggs.
Saddened Texan fan everywhere.
Saddened Texans fan.
Yeah.
So sad. Chris Jackson.
At CJ Colts fan on Twitter.
Oh, and make sure while you're at it, Matt, go ahead and plug your new podcast. Just tell us what the name of it is, The Texans.
Texan fan battle.
And then Chris, yours, the Colts.
That's at You Don't Know Jack podcast, and that's Jack with no K.
Got it. Matt Grieve, where can we find you on Twitter or anywhere?
You can find me at OnlyFans.
No.
Get that money, man.
Oh,
Hey,
we
get
got-
that money.
So does John Hall. Do we have an interdivision OnlyFans battle?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it gets weird. It gets weird.
Let's
You can
not
also go to the
into that
dark
full
web.
fight.
Just start Googling my name on the dark web and just see what happens.
Yeah, we're not.
Or you can find me on Twitter.
Real quick, Michael Tesmer said he might become a Jags fan if they move to St. Louis. Which, not surprising.
It's great.
Matt Briggs, go ahead. Or Matt Grieve, go ahead. Where do we find you on Twitter?
You can also find me in a more G-rated area if you'd like. Safe space at Matthew G Sports on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't think Twitter's a safe space anymore.
That's
It's definitely
true.
not. That's definitely not G-rated.
That's true.
But-
Potato. Yeah, potato.
Yeah, potato.
Hurley said that he's been commenting and being ignored, and he hates it.
Oh, well, that's Harish. That's because you're on here every week. We always have to hear the crap you have to say. Like nobody will hear that next week. All the crap you have to say. Well, guys, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Sammy Football with an I. Thank you guys for your patience in dealing with these guys as their host. I will be back with you guys next week, and I thank you all on behalf of all the guys over here at AFC South Fan Battle. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. Check out our Twitter. It's AFC SFB. We also have a Discord channel. We're launching merch. And we are officially now on the Pigskin Podcast Network. If you guys would like to get $150 with DraftKings, sign up with a new account, use code TPPN for the Pigskin Podcast Network, and make sure you sign up and they'll give you $150 credit.
Hey, you forgot the disclaimer. You have to deposit money to get that free money. You can't just get it for free.
Disclaimer. Okay, well, you heard it. I mean, I feel like anybody that's ever, done sports betting knows this.
Yeah.
That being said, guys, we thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week for week 7.
2.
That's right. And I might be on here because I might just be on here as a commentator, not so much as Sam's black friend.
I can't.